Beautiful day here, Prescott, Arizona, late in the day. Looking at a really neat car, full of character. 1939 Ford Deluxe two-door sedan. Cool car, like I mentioned, full of character. This car, 40,000 actual miles on the body and the interior. As we get around, you'll see how this all comes together. We're going to walk around and talk about it like we usually do. Beautiful body. All the panel and trim, body panels and trim are all original to this car. The paint is probably 60% or better is original paint on it, so you're going to find flaws and character, that kind of thing, but that's what makes cars like this cool. The cowl vent works like it's supposed to, and we'll get inside and cover the interior as I come back around. Some delamination in the glass, some you would expect it after all these years, but clearly original glass in it on the side glass. The front windshield's been done. We'll actually have still pictures at Spud's Garage on the driver's side and passenger side window, but we have them down here for the video. Beautiful. We've had it up on the lift. The body's rust-free. The red oxide primer's on the bottom of it. Well, again, we'll come back around here, but I just wanted to shut this door here because I won't do that as I come around the other side. Inside of the fenders, nothing's undercoated, nothing's hidden. They're beautiful. The wheel lips on it. It's got the original artillery style wheels is what I'd call it on it. Even the spare in the trunk. It has upgraded Lincoln Juice brakes on it. So bigger drum brakes on it that are hydraulic. Under the hood it has a 50 style retro upgrade, much like another one I did today up here in Prescott. It has a 283 cubic inch Chevy V8, mated to the factory transmission, original transmission. It's never been out of it. Torque tube, rear end, that kind of thing, with an Offenhauser adapter. It's front hung. We'll get underneath the engine compartment and cover that with you. Has a slight adjustment in the ride height. The front springs, it has a dropped axle in the front, and we mentioned it had Lincoln brakes on it, upgraded gas shocks in it. The rear, the leaf spring's been adjusted and lowered in the back, so it's holding itself with a pretty nice stance, a great look to it. You gotta love these two-door sedans. As we get back, we'll talk about the slope in the back. Gotta look at all the factory trim here. It's very nice. We actually took some videos or some photos at Spud's Garage. I can crank them up part way as we go. Some separation in the factory glass on this side too. Really solid car though. We'll get around to there's some stickers in the door jamb, and what's known about it with the owner, according to him, it is 40,000 actual miles. We did take it for a drive. The speedo works. We do know that this car drove from the Midwest to Prescott, Arizona a few years ago non-stop. Took him like 17-18 hours. So it's definitely the kind of car. Give it a little shakedown, maybe get some update some rubber on it and hit the road with this girl. Original finish here. You'll see how it's got patina and character. It has the original plastic, not the dealer installed plastic that they did back in the day, but you'll see how it's discolored here. It's been removed from here, but you see they did the door panels and everything on this car, but this is the original upholstery in here hidden behind the plastic, and I'm sure it's sunburnt in some areas too. Dash finish is original. All the gauges work. 3-speed on the floor. 39 boxes synchronized. It has had updated Drake or Bob Drake reproduction running boards installed on it. Probably were just peeling off pretty bad. You'll see the character and patina here. Some here. But if you look at it overall, a good portion of the car has the original paint on it. You'll see some blend on the back here, but that's what I call character. This thing's just got a great, you know, survivor look to it, and it's hard, you really can't duplicate that. We get into the trunk here. Very nice original trunk. The tool well's rock solid, still has the upholstery in it, the original vinyl matting in the tool well. It has a tool kit. These bumpers are original bumpers. They've probably been plated, but they have the rib. You can feel it on the inside, and on 39s you can tell if they're original bumpers or not. Obviously been replated. Has an updated or a renewed fuel tank in it also. Again, we'll have it up on the lift for you. But step back and look at the torpedo back on these 39 two-door sedans. They're just cool. A lot of room, a lot of fun. Affordable hot rod. You could easily take it to the next level. But I'd probably want to leave this one a lot the way it is. Maybe renew the interior if you felt like it. All the door jamb paint, the bottom side of the deck lid, the bottom of the hood is all original paint, which kind of gives you a feel. You can see there's no paint line here. Like this whole panel, more than likely original paint on it. Spent some time inside, I'm sure, over its life where it wasn't driven a lot. See the plastic on the seat. Ashtrays in the back. Deluxe trim. Here's a service century done on 6/5/81. Was 38,942 miles, and here's one done in 1962 with 35,000 or 38,304 miles. So it went a number of years without being driven a lot, but nothing's really been modified. There's no heater other than the upgraded powertrain and the lowering a little bit and shocks. You're looking at original character here. Starts up super easy. I took it for a drive. It's got electric fuel pump added. You just hit the key or the start button there. Starts right up. 43,655 actual miles. Obviously the powertrain's been updated in it. Hang on, we'll cover that like we usually do. Can't read this sticker. I was seeing if I could. Battery gauge is on the high side, it's charging. Oil's, gas is at half tank. Oil pressure is like 40 or so. Temp gauge, it's rising. It's a Mercury style. See how the battery charging generator's right in the mid-range. I couldn't tell you if the clock works or not, I doubt it. Emergency brake works, I set it. Too much fun. All right, we'll get you underneath the hood here. Just a small upgrade in the horsepower, retro rod style. The engine was installed in this by Hot Rod Garage, and from what we know, we have some history on it that the engine was rebuilt prior to the installation, which was several years ago, and not a lot of miles, I would assume. Walker upgraded radiator in the front. It's a 67, I checked the casting number on it, it's a 67-283. Probably out of a Chevelle. Original Rochester 2-jet style carburetor with a sediment bowl there, filter, ram horn exhaust manifolds. It's front hung with an Offenhauser bell housing adapter to the original transmission that's never been out of it. Again, 40,000 miles. 12-volt system generator here. Kind of give you a peek down here. We did the factory vent is on the frame rail where it's supposed to be, down there low. I'll try and zero in on that. Again, ram horn exhaust manifolds, original wiring on it. We'll actually fire it up here for you and let you hear it run. Hang on. All right, as promised, we're going to fire it up here and kind of give you a feel. I've got her in neutral. Just flip the key on there. Starts up just like that. Nice little 283 Chevy, just idling away. All right, we'll take it down the road here and let you hear it run. Drive it. Drives like a 40,000 mile car. Second gear. Nice to have that upgraded horsepower. Third gear. Piece of cake, one-handed. Hang on to the end of the video. All right, we'll get you in the trunk here. Original spare wheel. Heck, I couldn't tell you if that's the original tire or not, but I'd have to maybe bet on that. It's like the original panels in the back here, upholstery panels. It does not original paint on the bottom side of the deck. Looking at the tool well here, we'll actually pause long enough on the undercarriage to cover it for you. It's absolutely rock solid in here. Over on the driver's side panel, this is screwed down, so I can't get to it right there, but kind of gives you a feel. The reproduction mat. There you have it. Okay, before we get it up on the all the way so I can do the undercarriage here, thought we'd give you a perspective around. These are OEM bumpers. They're not reproductions. The rib there, you can tell by the back side. Kind of give you a feel all the way around here. Just a view from a different perspective. Next up, we'll get you to the undercarriage. All right, as promised, we'll get it up on the lift here for you, and fortunate enough to have a lift for this one today. Anyway, rock solid 40,000 mile, actual mile car. We're gonna cover, you'll see how solid it is. You look up, these are original fenders on the car. Dry as a bone up here. The tool well in the back, rock solid. It's typically where these things like to rust, but you'll see that it's solid in the back here, the tool well. It's had the gas tank replaced, probably after years of sitting there just so varnished up. It's better just to put a new tank in it nowadays. It has a lowered spring in the rear and gas shocks. These are Lincoln brakes. Has a electric fuel pump here on the frame rail. This is the original rear end. It's never been out of the car, 40,000 miles. You'll see all the red dirt road, believed to come out of Oklahoma. See all the red oxide floor pans. This is all Jenny original stuff, original torque tube, dual exhaust running to the rear. It's had updated reproduction running boards put on it. See up in here, inner fenders again. Push the jack back and give you a better feel here. Floor pans. Has an updated dual reservoir master cylinder on it. The original gearbox, 39 gearbox, 40,000 mile gearbox. Has an Offie or Offenhauser adapter for the 283 V8. Steering box and all the steering components in this are original, and it steers really nice with only a 40,000 mile car. And then juice brakes on the front, Lincoln brakes on the front. Again, up into the fender aprons, that type of thing. Red oxide floor pans. That original steel there. Up front here, it has a dropped axle and the original leaf spring with upgraded gas shocks on it. Kind of old school retro rod. There you go.